All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get started. Here's my agenda. But of course, if you have questions outside of the agenda, you can go ahead and ask me that. Anything is fine. For the access codes, I know most of you do have your access code. Some of you don't, or you had the free trial. So I've been working with the publisher to try to get you an extension, and then someone at PSJ is going to get you an actual code. And I'm just getting the final details on that. But by the end of this week, everybody should have a code. And if you are one of those people that did have a free trial and it expired, I sent you a message on Pronto and I gave you like an extension code. So if you haven't checked Pronto, please check it. But that's only for students that their free trial expired. For this week's assignments, you kind of have a few of them. Like aside from the smart book and the labs, you do have the discussion if you haven't looked at the discussion, and it's very easy. I have a list of cell organelles and some parts of the cell. You choose one, but you cannot choose the same one that somebody else chose. So like if somebody chose cell wall and they wrote about it, well then sorry, you can't write about cell wall. But there's plenty of other organelles or structures that you could write about. They're very easy. Just make sure that you follow the guidelines. I have how many sentences you should be using, and then just also don't plagiarize. Very easy. Everybody should be getting 100 on the discussion questions. And then the bigger thing is that you have a lab report, which is a group assignment. And if you haven't seen your group members, all you have to do is, it's on the left-hand side of your screen. Once you're in the Blackboard course, it says groups. And then you can click there and you're able to see who it is that you're working with. And then you just go ahead and message them. You can message them on Pronto. You can message them on Blackboard messages. I'm not sure if you're able to, well, yeah, you'll see their username. So you would be able to send them an email too. So you could try all three. You can email them, Blackboard message, or Pronto. And then you all have your little group chat. And you'll be with the same group for all of the lab reports, which is a total of 3. And then you have a research assignment. So there's going to be 4 assignments that you'll be with that group. So if you haven't reached out to them, reach out to them now, introduce yourself, and then from there you can start dividing the work however it is that you want to divide the work. When you're done with your assignment, only one person from your group has to upload it. And then, well, if you want to check that they actually did upload it, all you would do is you go to My Grades and you can see if it was submitted. And then that's it. You all are done. When you submit, make sure that you do put everybody's name on the lab report. And then let me ask you all real quick, do you have questions on the lab report right now? You can go ahead and unmute yourself, or you can put it in the chat. That's fine. So I'll mute myself and you can go ahead.
Miss, what is it supposed to be about?
When you're inside of week 4, I have a folder. I believe I called it just lab report. And then when you go into that folder, it has the directions. And then there's like what did I title it? I think lab report format, something of that sort. Once you click on there, it has everything that you need. Have you already looked at that document yet?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So take a look at that document. It should be all there and the directions are there. And then if you have any more questions, I can go ahead and answer that for you. Anybody else have any other questions about that lab report? That one is due on Sunday night. So I gave you a little bit extra time because I know you have your McGraw-Hill assignments. Those are due Friday. The discussion is due Friday. But then the lab report, we're going to have that due on Sunday to give you a little bit more extra time. Anybody else have questions about the lab report?
I'm so sorry. My Wi-Fi is glitching, so I cannot really hear the live stream because of that. Are you going to post this live stream anywhere?
Yeah, so I started doing that last week because somebody had requested it. So it's recording right now, and then I upload it to YouTube. So that's not the fastest thing, but I mean, I will upload it by today, and then by tomorrow you should be able to see it in the on your Blackboard course. It might be there tonight, but if not, it will for sure be there tomorrow so that you could look at it.
All right, thank you so much.
The next thing is lab manuals. If you haven't picked up your lab manual or if you're having issues, you can send me an email and I can try and help you. The best thing though is that you do first, you're going to send an email not to your counselors but to your assistant principal. You have an assistant principal at your school that is called the early college director. At Southwest, I believe it is Abram Estrada, I think is who I was emailing. And then at T-STEM, it is Sylvia Liscano. So those are the two people at your respective campus. If you need to get in contact with them for lab manual. The other thing was the Respondus. If you need to get Respondus downloaded, which I didn't even put that on this agenda, but I'll talk about that too. The people that missed exam 1 because they were not able to download Respondus, if you checked the announcement that I put out yesterday, I'm letting you, like, you can take exam 1, that's fine. The only thing I need from you is that I need proof that you emailed your admin so that they can work on your laptop, because next week you have another exam and you do need Respondus. So if you're in that situation, that's all you need to do. And you send them an email, hello, my name is so-and-so. I'm not able to download the Respondus Lockdown browser and it's required for a class. Can you please, I don't know what it is. They'll probably make you take it to the campus, leave it there for a day, and then give it back to you. I'm assuming that's how they're doing it, but I'm not quite sure. So that's all that I need. You forward me that email and then you're allowed to take exam 1. Does anyone have questions on that really quick? No? Okay. The other thing too is that you're checking your email, your STC email. If I might, well, actually, I don't know. Some students are telling me that they didn't know they had a JAG mail or they don't know how to get to it. Everybody does have an STC email. And if you are able to, you can turn the notifications on your cell phone so that you get them on your screen as soon as somebody sends you a message. And if you don't have the notifications on, that's fine. But just make sure that you are checking your emails every day, just because I send emails to students and I don't get replies back. And so I'm not sure what's going on, but just make sure that you are checking your JAG mail. If you don't know how to get to your JAG mail, I can help you. You can send me a Blackboard message or a Pronto message, and then I'll help you do that. If you need help with checking your STC email, I'll help. The Pronto Messenger too, I'll send messages to kids and I'm not getting responses. So if you can download that, please. If not, you are able to access it from Blackboard course. It does say Pronto chat, and then just check that periodically. I do send some announcements here and there. So, but does anyone have questions on these two, the JAG mail or the Pronto? No? Okay. Well, if you have questions later, you think of something, you can send me a message and then I'll help you on the side. And then, well, next week is your lab exam. I'll give you more information about that later, but just know that it is next week. And so if you are one of those students that you don't have the Respondus software, that does need to be done like as soon as possible. Your lab exam will be, there'll be pictures on there, multiple choice, just very standard. And it'll be the same rules as last one, which was like around 1 minute per question. So if there's 20 questions, it's a 20-minute test. 30 questions, 30-minute test, and that's just standard. But that's really it. So if you guys have any questions about any of this, or you have a question aside from that, go ahead and let me know. Oh, Grace, sorry, I didn't. Do you have a question, Grace?
Yeah, I have a question about the high school class.
I'm not sure. Well, go ahead and ask.
It's because I had the classroom, but like it disappeared. The thing like on Google Class, like to log in and like let them know you're present.
Oh.
I was just wondering about that because like I don't know what happened there.
So I think that is only for high school teachers. So since I'm not a high school teacher, I'm just STC. You're only responsible for Blackboard. We're not meeting anywhere else. We're not meeting on like Google Classroom or Schoology. Everything for this class is only on Blackboard. That Google Classroom, I actually don't know what that is. It might have been that you were signed up for another class before and then they moved you. I actually don't know, but that's not me. So don't worry about that class. I don't think. I mean, maybe I could be wrong and they created that for your high school. But just know that I'm not messaging you there.
Okay, thank you, Miss.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else have other questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, then we'll go ahead and close the session. And then if you do have other questions, though, you let me know. Actually, let me put this up really quick before we go. This document, too, this is it's the first link under course content. This is just a timeline. So that just so if you want to print this out and put it somewhere, maybe on your wall, I mean, I don't know, somewhere where you're not going to forget. But this is everything that is, like, that's everything we're doing this semester. And it's just for you to kind of look ahead to then, okay, next week I have this, I have an exam, or I have a lab report, et cetera, just so that you're aware. So this again is in course content. It's the first document and you can print it out if you'd like. And then I have it as an Excel folder, so you could change it if you want. If you want to change it to different colors, I mean, feel free, go wild. But that's it, guys. So if you have other questions, you can email me and we'll go ahead and close this. So thank you guys for coming. I'll see you all next week. Bye, guys.
Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye.